Welcome back. Before we start here, let's talk about what this is. Because I keep thinking you guys know everything. I'm going to link these below because some of you have even said, I can't find them. So I'll link them below. But basically, I've been starting out my makeup wearing these. Anyway, in addition to helping my eyes brighten up a little bit and get a little bit of last night's no sleep taken care of, it also serves to catch some fallout. Okay, here's my Ulta box. I've got all the least expensive new makeup from Ulta to do a face. Went in the bathroom to wet this and then touched this, and now this is sliding, so I don't know. Don't put water on your eye patches. I already told you guys that this was trash and threw it away, and then a lot of you in the comments said, you're using way too much of it, and you were right. I went and dug it out of the trash, and that's how much you use.
Makes a huge difference.
Anyway, so now the thing that I said, that's trash. That's what's wrong with these kinds of videos. I'm just opening up and using it, and then if I don't do it right or whatever, I may make a judgment on it, and that's what's happened with this. I actually love this. New from Essence are these little palettes that I think are their answer to Bite Size, but you know, look how big a Bite Size is compared to this. Hot Jalapeno? Nope. Nothing alike. Compared to Meant to Be? Nope. We don't even have to swatch these. I can see they're not. But they would probably complement each other nice. And Mint Chocolate would go with this really well, I think. But again, not dupes at all. Touching down here for the first time. Okay. Okay. In here we got 2 mattes and 4 shimmery shades. Okay, I'm going to take my E25 from Sigma and the Glitzy for Theater July set. And I'm going to bring it from the crease up. That's like the Emperor's New Clothes, right? It's just not even there. I mean, it's there, but because of the color, it just kind of doesn't show up on me. I'm going to come into this brown. I think I'm going to take my E55 and come into this shade right there. And let's pat it down right here on the inner corner. I'm going to flip it over to the other side and come right above it and get this one. These colors probably will go with my army green camouflage shirt today. E36 into this really dark hunter green. Circle that right out here on the outside. Now I'm going to take the lightest shade and kind of lighten it up underneath my brow. So this is the Essence Prime Plus Studio Poreless and Skin Blurring Putty Primer, and this is silicone free, which I'm interested in that. How are we going to do that whole blurring thing without silicone? All right, this feels not really hydrating. What's in this thing? I mean, it does kind of feel like it might blur my pores, might also dry me out, but there's no silicone in it. It sets down kind of quick. I don't know that I like the feel of this. Let's see, what is in this? Anyway, I mean, see, look. Can you see what's happening here? When I go to put my foundation on, this isn't going to be pretty. I mean, here, look at this. Can you see these? It's kind of like pilling. I don't think this stuff likes my skincare. You can pause this if you want to see. This is what's in it. I'm going to need to wipe that off because I'm not going to have it doing that. We're not off to a very good start, are we? Ooh. The foundation that I got was LA Girl Tinted Foundation Buildable Natural Finish. Let's see. It's in a squeezy tube here. So, you know what? Speaking of products not being, that's how runny it is. Speaking of products, and that's how white it is, for crying out loud. Speaking of products that are not like foundations, or they're like tinted moisturizers or whatever, this might be better with a brush. I'm going to get my F80 Air to kind of work that in my skin. Wrong shade. But anyway, speaking of foundations that aren't what you think they are or something, I watched Allie Glines. Remember when I did the Maybelline? I had the 4-in-1. It said it's a BB cream on it, but she was like taking it and comparing it to this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Face stuff. Then I got really confused because I'm like, okay, I gave that stuff to my mom because it was like a summer kind of BB cream that she might like. And then Allie Glines is calling it a dupe for, or I think she did a video about it being a dupe for this. And I'm like, this isn't foundation. This is like a highlighter kind of thing. So I'm confused now. It said on the front of that bottle, I thought, that it was a BB cream, which I tend to think of as kind of foundation-y.
Whatever.
So this says tinted foundation. Maybe it's really a highlighter. Get a little more, a little bit more. Okay, I don't know how that looks to you. But me without my glasses, I mean, I look a little light, but without my glasses, of course, I look beautiful. Because without my glasses, everything's blurry to me, so I think I look good. And I put on my glasses and go, what were you thinking? Yeah, that's not exactly what I thought I looked like. All right, so let's try this concealer. This is, I think, by Catrice. Yes, Catrice. Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer, Hyaluronic Acid, and Waterproof. Why do I think this is going to be bad? It's got a real bendy, wiggly kind of sponge applicator. So there we go. That's what that looks like. I apologize if you guys are missing things. Like if it seems like I'm not showing things. It's because this camera keeps wanting to not focus today. See? And it's not like other days. For today, there's some reason why this camera just keeps going, out of focus, in focus, out of focus, in focus, out of focus, in focus, while I'm doing this, and I can't seem to control it. So I apologize if I don't catch it. Okay, I kind of like this concealer so far. Let's put a little bit more right there because I think I can trust it. And I'm going to come under here. I'll try and use the viewfinder so that I can see. I really like this concealer. I think they have a foundation that's called this also. I might have to try that because I enjoyed that. This is the new NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. Can't wait to try this because I bought some brow products from NYX that I very much have been using every day since. So let's come in here and see. I hope this doesn't make me look bad. I'll do one side of my face and we'll see how much better it looks than the other side of my face. I'm powdering, okay? We're gonna come in with cream products. And I know that a lot of people think that you shouldn't do that. I have never had a problem. Not until today. I'll probably have a problem today. But but if you're worried about it, put on your cream blush and your cream bronzer or whatever before you powder. And then powder. I do it both ways. Okay, so obviously that glitter, I'm getting glitter fallout from the eyeshadows on here, but that is not to take away from the NYX. Okay, the next product scares the crap out of me. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And I have it in the lightest shade. So take a look, because I'm probably going to ruin everything right now with this. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, well that's lighter than it looks in there, but how's that going to do? Kind of disappears, doesn't it? I think I'll just go ahead and take my F80. It fits right in there. That's what we use for foundation. This is F80 Air. And I'm going to go ahead and let's stamp a little bit of that on there. Wow, you do not need much of this. Let's wipe that off. You do not need much of this at all. That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but I am going to wipe some off. Okay, we're going to quit with that, but that was not near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, this is the Milani Supercharged Cheek and Lip. So, yeah, that's why I didn't get a lipstick then, is because of this. And let's see what that looks like. Wow. I'm going to put it on my mouth first. Really balmy. Have to be careful. We'll get that everywhere. Let's just go ahead and continue with this brush. Okay, I dabbed that on. Now, because these are cream products, they're going to move if I don't set them with something. That's one reason why you may want to put it on under your powder, but I keep getting interrupted, see? So I go ahead and powder immediately after my foundation is on. But for you, if you're using what I'm doing, you probably want to put these on, then powder. And I don't mind telling you and fessing up that I am terrible with cream products. I'm already tired of this whole cream thing that the world is doing right now. It's like everybody jumps on the same bandwagon. And cream products, they go bad, you know, a lot quicker than powder products. So how many of these do you need? I don't think that we need to go in with another blush. So I'm going to use this powder and go ahead and set it again. The NYX powder, remember? Now the last Milani lip that I used that was balmy like this, I said that I didn't like it. I don't like this feel. I just know it's going to go all over the place. But if your lips are dry, this will feel really good to you. But in any case, my mom called during application, and I went out to talk to her and stuff, and I discovered that once this initial wears off, I had a stain under there that looked really nice. So maybe I will like this, but I don't typically go for pink shades on my mouth. This is Essence Baby Got Brow Eye Pencil. This is one of these kinds that has the, you know, flat triangle. This might actually work. It is not the right color for me. It's a little too warm, but you probably won't pick that up on camera. The shape of the pencil itself is pretty good. Reminds me of the one I like with Wet n Wild. And actually this spoolie reminds me of the Wet n Wild spoolie too. There ain't much there. I'm going to use a little bit of this concealer to come underneath the brow because I got out of control. This is from Maybelline, and this is called Hyper Easy, and I have it in 03 Brown. This isn't as skinny as the one that I'm thinking of that I think had the name Skinny in it, but man, I should get that again because I really loved that eyeliner. This doesn't appear to be wanting to go into my water and tight line. No, it's not. What's up with this? Oop, I broke it. Okay, maybe I just need to get it going. Can you see it's not really wanting to go in there? and stay. It's just making my eyes like water from trying over and over to get it to go in there. It's not wanting to go in. What the heck? Let's try it on the outside, which I'm sure is what it's meant for. Okay. Again. Okay, it does go under here, but not in the tight line itself. And look how much this eye is watering because I keep trying to do it. And it's like just swimming away.
That's not what I wanted to do.
I wouldn't exactly call that hyper easy. I just grabbed one that I have sitting over there, so I don't even know who makes this one. It's in French, so maybe it's either Lancome or it has to be Lancome. And the mascara is this from e.l.f. It's called Big Mood. And I gotta tell you, if I like this, it'll be the first one. Oh, that's an improvement right off. That sounds like it has promise, but I have to say, this will be the first mascara from e.l.f. that I've ever liked, if I like it. It has a bristle, hourglass kind of wand. I know nobody wants to see me continue to put on mascara, so I'm going to put on a little bit more, attempt to do something with this. Then I will give you my opinions on everything that we just did. Off camera, I finished my eye look. I took a small shader, and on this eye, not this one, see, this is where we left off. On this eye, I put this shade right here on the inner corner to brighten it up a little bit. And I came into the shade that we didn't use, which was this one here. It's kind of a gold green. And I brought it right in the middle of my eye. So that's how I finished that off. Let's talk about these products. Starting off with this eyeshadow palette, Essence Dancing Green. I think the look turned out pretty well. It does have some fallout on these sparkly shades. I thought I was pretty careful, so if you don't want that, then use them wet. While I won't really get this exact look, I think these are a better formula, so I would go for these personally, but I don't think that this turned out too bad at all. This primer by Essence, this was a hot mess. You saw that. It could be that this is absolutely wonderful on its own, but over my skincare, this pilled up and this LA Girl tinted foundation, I was like, oh my gosh, because it's definitely the wrong shade. But I think that, you know, after I got my powder on, it turned out pretty well, but I don't think that this is bad at all, especially for the cost, if you had it in the right shade. This concealer, I absolutely love this. Oh my gosh. I love that the applicator is a bendy sponge instead of a doe foot. Look at this. Where can you not go with this applicator? The formula is hydrating. It's beautiful. I can't really say I'm shocked because I've had a Catrice concealer that I liked before. But maybe I need to pay a little bit more attention to this brand. I've not had a lot of products from Catrice, but the ones that I have had are really good. So maybe I should pay a little more attention to Catrice. This is an absolute winner. This NYX powder, this is in the shade Fair. It's not translucent. It does feel really silky. This is nice. I thought that it brought that foundation just bam, up a level, don't you? So these two, I think, look pretty good together. I was scared as all get out over this bronzer. I really was. You just know that ain't gonna work, right? Oh my gosh, you know. But it does blend out very well. I think it did very well. So I do like it. And coupled with my Sigma F80 Air, you know, it fit right into that perfect. And because this is a stippling kind of duo fiber brush, I thought it just, these two go really good together. As I said, while I was putting on my makeup, how many cream blushes and bronzers and stuff do we need? This whole summer's been like dedicated to cream products because I have so many of these now. I'm not gonna be probably buying any more cream blushes and bronzers because I am, one, a powder girl, and two, what I have right now is like a waste of money because it's going to go bad really quickly. And so I don't want that to happen. But this, if you're looking for something, this glides. Look at this. Just, I'm barely touching my skin, and look at that. And I thought it did a really good job. It took next to nothing. This, by the way, has no more gloss to it. It stained my lips, this color, so I thought that was really nice. I think this is a winner product from Milani. The Essence Brow Pencil I thought was really easy to use. You can get out of control with it pretty quick because it does pull a lot of creamy brow product off. I'm not fond of this shade, so it's not going to be something I reach for all the time, but I wouldn't hesitate to get this if I was in a pinch. I do think the Wet n Wild one that is like this is better. This is a little more thick than it, I think, but it has that same flat kind of thing going on with it that I really, really enjoy. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard for any drugstore brow product right now to compete with NYX. I am so in love with that NYX brow combo. But yes, this isn't a bad product. This, however, Maybelline. What the heck? Just no. Guys, if you want a little brow pencil by Maybelline, get the one that's black with the pink cap and it's called Skinny. That thing is wonderful. It goes in your water and tight line so easy you won't poke yourself in the eye with it. So this pencil is a complete dud for me. No. This is the first e.l.f. mascara that I have liked. The tube is fat and feels substantial. I like here coming off the stopper. That's nice. It's bristle, so I really like the wand, except I think they could have made it just a little bit little. I mean, this is like that mascara by Too Faced. What the heck is it called now? This brush is just a little too big for me, I think. So I would have liked to have seen that brush smaller, but the eyelashes themselves, my eyelashes don't feel crunchy. I didn't get any transfer. I'll let you know down here whether or not I got any flaking throughout the day, but you know, I think it's not a bad option if you're looking for an inexpensive mascara. Is it going to be a mascara that I just cannot wait to use it again? I can't say that. But I think this is a pretty good mascara. Okay, it's time for me and my waxy hair to tell you guys that I hope you always know and remember you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, just go out and be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye. And I'm out.
It's like two. Yeah, they're not touching. They're not. You can't touch this. Can't touch this. No. Can't touch this. No. Yes, I can. See, because I think that they help with a little bit of sleep. Hey, camera. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to call you cameraman because that's Dolores's husband, the baking diva. Because I have. What is your problem today? Every 5 seconds? Really? Do I have 3 hours to wait on you to stop wanting to look at something other than me? Look, I don't blame you for not wanting to look at me, okay? I don't want to look at me either, but it's your job. Look. Now this thing is like sliding down my face. Slip sliding away. I know you're only just an eye patch, but I really need you to latch. You don't have time to. Hello? What are you doing? Do I have to hold this? Freeze frame. Mint chocolate would complement this. Let's touch them for the first time. Like a virgin, touch for the very first time. Like a virgin. You're making my eye twitch. It's definitely not the same shade as what I just put on. Hello? Every time you do this, I have to sit here with my, frozen until you decide to do your job. Why won't you open? Are you taped shut? What's wrong with you? This right here is a big fat no, 'cause my name is no, my number is no, my sign is no. You need to let it go, Like anybody's after me.